You know the feeling, right? You spend all this time crafting the perfect email, you hit send, and crickets. It just vanishes. Or even worse, it lands in the spam folder. Honestly, it's one of the most frustrating things in business. So today, we're going to break down how to fix that for good. We're talking about transforming your email from just another broadcast tool into a real revenue engine. And we'll be looking at the approach from Dakshraj Enterprise to show you how.
Okay, so let's just tackle the big question head on. The one that probably keeps you up at night. You've got a fantastic product, your message is on point, but for some reason, your emails just aren't getting through. Why? What is going on? Now, you might be thinking, oh, it's my subject line, or maybe my copy is off. But the real answer? It's probably not what you think. And here it is. The reason your emails are failing to land has almost nothing to do with the words you write and everything to do with the system you're sending them from. See, your whole email program is built on a technical foundation, and if that foundation is cracked, it doesn't matter how great the message is, nothing you build on top of it is going to stand a chance. And that really gets us to the heart of the issue here. For years, most of us have been taught to treat email like a megaphone, just a tool to blast out a message to as many people as possible. But let's be real, that approach is completely broken today. It's time for a major shift in thinking, from just broadcasting to actually building a system that generates revenue. This is the core philosophy from Dakshraj Enterprise, and honestly, it changes everything. Just imagine for a second, what if your email program wasn't just some item on your to-do list? What if it was an engineered, predictable system designed from the ground up to drive sales and nurture leads, all in autopilot? Well, that's the whole goal.
Look at the difference here. The old way is just a numbers game, right? It's all about how big your list is. But that just leads to generic messages, terrible deliverability, and a fast track to the spam folder, which, by the way, tanks your domain's reputation. But the Dakshraj way, it's all about engineering. It puts deliverability first, builds trust with the big email providers, and connects every single thing you do back to revenue. It's quality over quantity every single time.
So you're probably wondering, okay, how do you actually build this revenue system? Well, it's definitely not magic. It's a very specific technical engineering approach. It focuses on the mechanics, the nuts and bolts of email delivery before you even think about writing a single subject line. Let's dig into what that actually means. So, the key concept here is something called deliverability first email. The best way to think about it is like the plumbing in your house. You wouldn't care how great your water is if the pipes are busted, right? Well, things like SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, those are the technical pipes for your email. They're basically a digital handshake that proves to Google and Microsoft that you're a legit sender. And that is the secret to actually landing in the inbox. And once that technical foundation is solid, you can build a whole system on top of it. Dakshraj Enterprise doesn't just, fix the pipes. They build the entire engine. We're talking about dedicated servers for outreach that have a stellar reputation, slicing up your audience so the right people get the right message, and automating things like lead nurturing and cart recovery. Plus, they're always testing what works and plugging everything right into your CRM so you can see the revenue clear as day. Now, I know this might sound a little complex, but the way it's all put into place is super methodical and totally transparent. The whole system gets built out using a clear, 5-step process that takes you from where you are now, probably frustrated, to having a genuine revenue-generating machine. And you can see how logical this is. Step 1, they get in there and fix that technical foundation we've been talking about. Then, in step 2, they start capturing all those important buying signals, what people are clicking on, what they're adding to carts. Step 3 uses those signals to automatically guide people down the right path. Step 4 is all about constant optimization, making every single email better than the last. And finally, step 5 ties it all together, connecting every action directly to your bottom line. It's a completely closed-loop system. But of course, a great process is, well, it's just a process unless it gets real results. So let's look at the numbers. And we're not talking about vanity metrics here like open rates. We're talking about real, measurable performance that actually impacts your business. Okay, first up, a 99.4% inbox placement rate. Just let that sink in. That's the direct result of that deliverability first engineering. It means when you send an email, you can be confident it's actually arriving where your customer can see it. Next, a 314% uplift in inbox routing. So what does that mean? It means way more of your emails are going straight to the primary inbox instead of getting lost in the promotions tab. That is a massive, massive boost for your visibility. And finally, my favorite number. This one really says it all. 0% spam complaints. See, when you build a system that's based on technical trust and sending people relevant stuff, your audience doesn't see your emails as spam. They actually see them as valuable. So, look, the big takeaway here is that this isn't just about sending slightly better emails. It's about building a predictable, scalable sales pipeline for your business. The results speak for themselves, which brings us to the most important part: how you can get this working for you. So this is really the question you have to ask yourself. Are you ready to stop treating your email list like it's just a passive collection of contacts and start engineering it into one of your most powerful tools for growing your company? At the end of the day, it's a choice. You can keep fighting that frustrating losing battle with the spam folder, or you can decide to build a system on a solid foundation, one that creates a reliable, predictable path to more revenue. And if you're ready to make that shift, here's your very clear next step. Dakshraj Enterprise actually offers a free delivery audit to show you exactly where the cracks are in your foundation. Just visit their website at dakshraj.com or shoot them an email at info@dakshraj.com to get the conversation started. It's time to stop guessing and start engineering.